Alright, so on the top side we have playing for Team Frozen Pork. We have Kaiserin playing from China. Bridge, who is, I believe, from the UK. And then on the bottom side we have AP representing Egypt and Waveby, who's already going from something a bit more gimmicky along the rest of the players. Okay, AP has yet to redeploy his MCV. I think he's focusing on the dog micro. Okay. Have a move towards Gemstone here.
Beacon detected.
Okay. Wait, where is... Oh, there's APs. Okay, he went for the far Germans. Okay, so they went for the top side. So these derricks are gonna be rather undefended down here. Same for the racks, but they have a bit of a different reason. While the Frozen Pork team simply decided for a bit more of a basic approach and... Oh, it seems they have already been scouted, so their gimmick is not gonna be quite as stealthy, I suppose. This does mean that, however, they can focus on defending these structures. I don't see the air veterancy being all too strong for LC, unless there could be some Foxtrot gameplay. So the refinery only now comes out for AP, while we have Kai already on the War Factory, the double refinery out. People helping each other with the extra power plant for faster base scroll. It seems Fridge is now following in the footsteps of trying to go for an MCV push, presumably for this all patch down here. The middle is yet uncaptured. Surprisingly enough, we do not have the veterancy on the infantry given to Fowen, rather the airfield. So I'm assuming we're gonna see Condor spam from this side, and the conscripts are still gonna get a lot of the benefit from this. On the other hand, we don't have any of the tech structures being captured on this side. Well, we have the derricks, but we don't have any of the veterancy structures. So both of these conscript waves are currently... They're probably still gonna win at 2-1 in terms of conscript clouds, but it really depends. The Foreign tier 1 defense is possible. Does have AoE, which is gonna make a conscript globe a bit more squishy. It does seem that currently... Oh, the first counter is already out. I think the econ is like... How many? Is this 9? No, this is 10 harvesters from the Foreign. While our 6th one is coming up here, and our 7th actually. There's a double refinery here. Have 4 and then 3. And well, it's the issue with them being broke is also like they started getting their econ really late. Like they were producing the infantry. Obviously, this might be part of the team chat. Oh, there's very little AA currently on the field. There's shock troopers being produced versus the regular Tesla troopers. The infantry veterans is finally coming out with the Tesla troopers. I don't think that bunker is gonna save them. There is some static defense AA which is gonna keep them alive for now, but however, each time the counters can just come in and they take like an entire blob of infantry down in one hit. The shockies keep being built. AP is finally having some money, but he's not producing. The only actually there's no production. Okay, there's a war factory. No, there is a racks in the front line actually. It's not being used, however. With 7k in the bank, he's just chilling there. And the shockies are gonna take over. It only takes 4 counters. The static defense is not gonna save you with that one. You need something for the shocks. The pyros are an answer, but I don't think they're gonna be enough. The conscripts are finally coming out. It might just be a bit too late though. The Tigers. The Condor Cloud is probably reached critical mass at this point. Actually no, it's being taken down slowly. The Tigers are just chilling in the back at the moment. I think Fridge is single-handedly able to take both of these armies with this current volume of shockies, honestly. Maybe not quite, but honestly it's pretty close. Oh yeah, the infantry is just splitting away, the flak trucks are unguarded. These are doing nothing here. The shock is basically doubling in count right about now. There's more static defense going down. AP is still floating like 11k. The tanks are in production. More conscripts still coming out pretty slowly. Oh, the condos are coming for a backplay. That is low power. No, that's not yet low power, but a single hit on the power plant will be. All on the Conyard, which was enough by 1 power. Wave Pie has been long on low power. There's nothing saving this one. The field brewer is still alive somewhere.
Player defeated.
No, I have not actually been paying attention to this side. That's where the field brewer was, presumably. Oh boy. Okay. Smidgen lead deploy. Okay, we're finally onto our second game. We have in the top right, we have LC and Psycorps facing HQ and Psycorps. Except this is the Psycorps and this is the HQ. These... Honestly, this is rather interesting. We don't usually play with like garrisons off. So these tend to be very competitive for Ashes to Ashes because you want to not have the enemy take them. If they do, those derricks are gone. And losing 2 of your derricks like that is not the way you want to go out. We have a tech refinery on the field, on the side here. The Epsilon's gonna have a somewhat fine time handling it. It's usually at its best for something like allies though. Okay, the spooks are apparently being shot by a civilian. And on the top side we have another refinery which is usually less contested, I think. The tech repair shop is, however, a bit more relevant, not tech machine shop. The protectors have always been a bit of a niche tech structure. AP's War Factory is still in production. Here we have a base call going for the top of the hill instead. And also another base call in the back of the hill getting the gems going.
Beacon detected.
Oh, they helped each other by adding conscripts in the power plant. Because conscripts are significantly cheaper at $60 rather than initiate, which is it at 120 or is it 200 entirely? I think it might be 200 actually. We have a sizable conscript blob. Some of them are just dying for no reason. The bunker may actually deal some amount of damage. I don't think it gets the range of the power plant, but the war factory is gonna go down. We still get one last miner out before that happens. The bunker is only now being properly attacked. The war factory has gone down for that attack. And it's honestly a pretty cost-effective one, given 150 for finish. Yeah, that's... Yeah. So you're saving like $90 per each unit given from your ally instead. The conscripts, as cost-effective as they are, they're not gonna beat initiates, even in this kind of uphill of a battle. They do keep attacking the ground, which actually does not deal any friendly fire damage right now. The top Teco refinery has been taken. I do not think it has yet been populated with any miners. I should have probably spectated the other team because I think there's been 2 episodes. I see repaired. Oh, okay. I don't think they're gonna be used for cheese. I think they're just gonna be used for the Marauder Globe. However, there's not even gonna be any Marauders anytime soon because we don't have the Pandora Hub, we have the Radar on this side. While here we do not have the Radar, but we have the Marauders on the field, which are gonna be significantly more powerful. And usually the main reason you want to pick Psychops to begin with. Okay, the infantry blob is being pushed away. There is the tech machine shop being owned by the Soviets, but honestly there's like 0 tanks from them at the moment. Oh, there's a bomb buggy. I think another one has just exploded somewhere because I've heard something. I could not tell you where. I've seen the screen shake, but... Okay. WavePi is currently broke and they started selling their tech defenses in order to... Pretty sure it's pumping more miners, that's the goal. Okay. The Marauders are out, the Pandora Hub is gonna go down. It's gonna be sold first. The Bombardier hits its target through the entire army, and that's the GG.
Player defeated.
And the Stingers also assist in harassing the miners while at it. That's gonna be a 2-0. Not looking good for the hopes of a dual favorites. We're gonna start with on the right side we have the Team Frozen Pork with US and China respectively. And on the right side I'm gonna go through the full name of the team for at least once. I have Team Duo Driller, best cringe in the world of the space in Milky Way, playing Scorpion Cell and China. So Rock of Egypt is a rather popular map. We do not have these pyramids being allowed to be used, but people the bottom side tends to have a bit of an advantage on the bottom left and the top right in safer eco by using this uphill gold patch, while the top left... oh, the server is tunneling itself. It seems that hiccup is fine. While the top left and the bottom right tend to fight themselves over the middle quite a lot more. This uphill area generally dictates whether a team loses or wins. This could be taken down for the sake of a base scroll. If that's the case, that's... Actually, it might not allow a base scroll due to the debris of the building. We're gonna see if that's the case. Could also just be fooling around. Have the second power plant going down, likely with an airfield coming back behind it. Have an additional refinery, while also getting more miners on the field. Here we have the first war factory still being built. This oil has not been taken yet. And I do not think it has been scouted either. There is a dog, but it's not gonna scout the derrick in a positive manner. It does get a full scout here though. Yet again, I should have probably allied the singles Epsilon we have. Also, it's a bit harder to keep track on the 2v2, but skill issue I suppose. We have actually a push on the top lane. This force could be able to... okay, the GIs are at a split currently, but the push will not continue. The killings are not going to be very effective at crushing, so... and the GGIs are also coming now. But due to their slow speed, they could not quite crush as efficiently here. There has been no reinforcement from bottom. There is actually... okay, the reinforcement from bottom is actually trying to defend middle. AP has actually gone and contested top, as the one who's normally supposed to hold this wall patch. Which is... not necessarily wrong, but generally a bit overly altruistic, I suppose, probably a good way to put it. If you're gonna try to defend this area, you're gonna have a really hard time actually going and expanding downwards here. As we can see on the other hand, this expansion working out. The conscripts are... okay, the pearl box is down, and the pearl box is back up, and the conscript numbers have just been thinned out, they're mostly gone. It's mostly power plant so far uphill, the refinery is being built, and there's a radar dish, which is not gonna put them on low power, but these power plants are somewhat unsafe currently, unless the infantry blob is managing to defend them, which is possible as no tanks are yet out on the field, but there is a second MCV being built. This could either be a very macro-driven game or just a very aggressive base push. More power plants, given the Epsilon power, this might have been a bit overkill. It's quite up in the front, so if you're gonna spam defenses, you're gonna run out of that power eventually. Wave by moving his gem refinery to the gold with a lot of miners to back it up. Both players are now pushing up the middle. Kai is securing his bottom gold, this one is completely uncontested at this point. The MCV push has gone up, but it's not gonna do a lot, as both players are there to defend against it. I think the MCV is gonna be taken down, unless the conscripts manage to... no, the tanks will fall back on this one. And all in all, this is just a macro game on the other side. We have the Orb Purifier, we have the Atom Heart. The Athenas are coming out. DJ Artillery is going to be very useful to handle this Tygant. However, they're maybe not going to go for that. They might just... We have not boilers, we have the armadillos on the field. They might actually be able to put a big dent in this infantry blob. There's very little AA, but it might just be enough to the 3 Rocketeers that are here. That target painter did... Oh, the target painter was not aimed at the conscripts as such. The Fallout Mercury strike didn't kill much of them. We have Tanya on the field, we have Yuno on the field, and the Centurion. Is this gonna be what I'm thinking? Oh yeah, it's absolutely gonna be just that. We have a Centurion with a Tanya in it. Unless... Tanya has waited for that Desolator. The IC is out, the BM Pulse is out. Kai is spending all of his money while every other player is floating about 10k. The Centurion, however, just gonna start doing some damage up here. Oh, we have managed to get a pre-cooked Gatling and it got EMP'd immediately after. We have seen this in Abdul's Straw match a bit earlier today, but having AP managed to get it off is also quite impressive. While we do have the high ground, the area has not been very mined out, and the players simply do not have the production to keep up. And here we have not necessarily threatening infantry force, but honestly just about enough. Oh, but the EMP mines might still be enough to keep it over. A single Athena, can it do some real damage? The riot guards are gonna take a lot of hits to actually go down, but they are being damaged, and the entire tank defense is back here. The MCV pushes back on the field. However, oh, this time we have the Iron Guard and the Centurion. This is gonna deal damage. The entire army behind it just not even being mobilized to actually do stuff. However, the gap generator is gonna make things quite annoying to handle once those sentries go down. We have the airdrops from the US being actually used. The Antres battery dies immediately. I think it was being placed with low power, and by the time the power came out, we had no. The tier 3, which is the real tier 3, will go down here. And Waypike call GG. And AP's single MCV is about to go down, alongside this entire batch of tech structures. Oh no, is he going for... No, that was not the... Oh, he went for a Yunu deploy. That's somehow even almost more BS than the NG capture. Or BM. Okay. We have 4 structures left on AP's name, and it seems like he's gonna wait for all of them to die before he gives up. Yunu is still deployed, Tanya is gonna go in and charge. Tanya can see the harvesters. This is probably pretty...
Player defeated.
I mean, the Centurion in itself is pretty nasty for this map.